What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And here we have a bunch of Kaweco Sports. So this is interesting because, this could be called sort of an entry-level pen, but really they're just kind of fun to have. And as you can see, you end up collecting a few of them. We've got a few different ones here. This is a special edition blue. This is actually mine. I have two of these are mine. So this one is mine, and I believe this has a medium nib. And this one in gray is mine, and I have a medium nib. This one is Leslie's, and this is part of the calligraphy, not calligraphy, but kind of set that she did a video on previously. So it's got a stub nib on it, and she's actually got a bunch of sections with different stub nibs on them. So this is hers. So that's hers. And then this sort of iridescent one, I can't remember what this is called. This is a special edition too. And this is actually Leslie's as well. And then Brianna has a broad nib on hers, and she likes green. So green is her favorite color. And then she also, because she sketches a lot, has the Kaweco pencil lead holder. So the way this works is you push this button and there's lead in here, and you set it at whatever depth and you let it go, and boom, you've got lead in there. So that's actually a lead holder. So the reason I brought all these out is because this is kind of where everybody starts with a Kaweco, right? Like, they're a great pocket pen. Whether you want to eye drop them, I think all of these, let's see, this one's eye dropped, this one's eye dropped, this one's eye dropped, this one's eye dropped. This one has a cartridge converter, or has a converter in it. Not a converter, a cartridge in it. And of course this one has lead in it. These are all somewhere around 10 to 11 grams, depending on how much ink you have in them. They're somewhere around 10 to 11 grams, and they, when you post them, post to a nice size, and they write great, and you can throw them in your pocket and everything is cool. If you're gonna throw it in your pocket, don't eye drop them. Definitely put a cartridge in there and then just fill it with whatever ink color you wanna, throw in your pocket. They just tend to leak in the cap less if you don't eye drop them. So that's these guys. They're 10 to 11 grams, something like that. What about a next level, quote unquote, next level Kaweco? Now, we're not talking about like tons of money here in difference in cost, but we are talking about a level up, and is it worth it? So let's set all of these plastic ones to the side, and let's bring in this guy. So this is a Kaweco Alsport. So instead of just coming in the little cardboard tube, this is going to come in this sleeved little metal tin, sort of like a, I don't know, like an Altoids tin sort of deal. And this pen is going to have to be cartridge because it is made from aluminum. And so when you spin this cap off, you'll see that it is all anodized aluminum, and they come in a bunch of different colors. What difference does it make? Well, first of all, let's talk weight. So if this pen is 10 to 11 grams, then the other pen, the aluminum one, is like 20 to 22, depending on how much ink you have in it. The other thing is, while they have basically the same shape, they're obviously a little different, like the threads and stuff. You can see how the machining has to be done versus the injection molding. They look just a touch different because of the function of manufacture. And they're labeled a little different. And this one's laser cut, and I believe these ones are like a screen printed sort of deal. The other thing is they feel different. You might not be able to tell it in the lens of the camera, but the texture is a little bit different. And I just find this one a little bit more welcoming. It just feels good, and it feels less, I don't want to say like a toy, because they're both quality pieces, but it just feels a little less like a toy. It just feels a little more quality. And what that means is when you write with it, the interaction of your hand with the nib is different, because the weight of the pen changes how you write. I guess that's all I can really say. It just changes how you interact with it. This is a regular Kaweco Sport. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not bad or good. It's just a little different. It just feels different. Yeah, definitely. As soon as you write with it, you can just tell. It just feels different. So if you don't have an aluminum one, I would definitely recommend trying it. They are a little bit next level. Now they're a little bit more expensive. I think they're maybe twice as much or a little more. But man, I tell you, they're really cool. I really like them. Now, what about in between these two, cost-wise and a completely different feel between these two pens? There is something that falls in between. When I was in Chicago a few days ago, we were at Atlas Stationers, and we went to the physical store. You know, they have a website. It's really, really cool. But when you go to the physical store, it's super fun because they let you try lots of stuff. And so I got this for Brianna. This, again, aluminum pen, comes in a little aluminum tin. And again, it needs to be a cartridge. So I cleaned out a cartridge and put a pen in there, or a color in there that she likes. So this is the Kaweco Liquiput. This is a teeny weeny little pen. It's even smaller than the Sport, if you can see that there. Now, this pen weighs, like I said, 10, 11 grams. This pen weighs 20 or so. This pen weighs 8 to 9. And this has a full cartridge in it, and it weighs like 8.5, I think, right now. So it's pretty cool. When you thread off the cap and then you post it, because it screws on the back here to post, you will see that it gives you a very nice sized pen. So if we, tell you what, let's post up Sport and let's compare the lengths there. So they're very close in length. If I line up the backs, they're very close in length. But as you'll see here, the Liquiput is a lot thinner. It's thinner and lighter, and the diameter of the section is thinner. It's a little bit more flared. You see it there? It's got a little bit more of a scoop there, which is pretty cool. Yeah, really, really neat. Let's go ahead and write with this thing. Now this has some sort of shimmery green ink in it, I'm pretty sure, that I put in here for Brianna because she likes the green. Oh wow, this is a great nib. So I got this for her. This is the Kaweco Liquiput. And I believe this is a broad nib. She really likes broad nibs. And this is a Ferris wheel press ink. I cannot remember what ink it is. I'll put a link to it in the description at Atlas Stationers. But what I like about these Kaweco nibs is they're actually really, really wet. They feel really nice. Geez, why can I never spell when I do a video? This pen just writes really cool. Now, I'm more of a fan of this guy, but I could see the desire for this. Brianna absolutely loves this pen. She wrote with it a bunch yesterday. She does carry this in her purse, and she said she loves it. Now, you notice it doesn't have a clip, but neither do these. Now, you can get an aftermarket clip, or you can get a Kaweco clip separately. Now, I don't know if you can for this, so this is just gonna be kind of a pocket pen, but man, what a cool little dude. And it only accepts the little short cartridge. If you try to put any kind of converter in here, you'll notice that it's so short that it would hit the back there. So you gotta go with the cartridge. So what we're doing with this one is we're just rinsing out a cartridge and putting whatever color ink we want in there and refilling it so that she can have cool colors, you know, and she's not just stuck with blue or black or whatever. So there you go. So there is a couple of next level Kawecos. Now, I know that sounds weird because, you know, these are all kind of just pretty attainable writing instruments. I was going to say pens, but we've got a pencil in there. You know, they're pretty attainable writing instruments, but I think these two are just that little next level step up, and I really like them. I've been using my red one a lot, and I think Brianna is really enjoying this one. So there you go. Next level Kaweco. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will leave a link to Atlas Stationers. We don't have currently any sort of, you know, affiliate link or anything like that with them, but since I did get this stuff there, I wanted to definitely shout them out. Their service, their customer service, the level of experience that you get when you go there or order from there is really, really good. And I just wanted to share them as well. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, and we will see you in the next video.